stepping out. Take it away, sister.
Okay. All righty. Again, I'm Linda Stay, the Development Director at Switchpoint Community Resource Center. Thank you for clicking on yet another link to join another virtual event. We feel your weariness of online meetings and presentations. And like I said, I'm hopeful we will reconvene, even if it kills Carol. We're doing it April 22nd, or 2022. So that will be a happy day that we can all celebrate. Today, you're going to get a VIP look at the critical work of Switchpoint Community Resource Center, which encompasses a 24/7 homeless shelter, the food pantry, soup kitchen, job training, and so much more. Our program today includes important news from our CEO, Carol Hollowell, sharing inspiring successes of our clients, and you will learn how you can help relieve the suffering of those experiencing homelessness and food scarcity. And you are in for an experience with special guest performance by former Switchpoint resident Catherine Novick. Following Kat, we will have a Q&A back here with Carol. All this packed in 30-ish minutes. So we began with a short video giving you insight as to who Switchpoint is, our mission and vision, the innovative ways we are supporting people on their journey to self-reliance.
No matter where you come from, whether you come from intergenerational poverty or you come from wealth or you come from middle class, there's an energy at Switchpoint, and there's a culture where we are all treated equally and everybody is treated with dignity and respect.
There are many reasons that could lead someone to be homeless, and it's not our place to judge what those might be. It's our place to help.
If you don't understand the underlying trauma of why someone made a behavior choice, and you don't get to the real root of it, who are we to judge why they made that decision? And that's the biggest lesson I've learned in operating Switchpoint is, be kind, because we don't know the battle that someone is facing.
We try to tell everybody if you need food, come. We help. We do not turn anybody away. We help everyone.
If you're constantly every single day having to think to yourself, how am I going to get dinner tonight? Or where am I going to shelter tonight? There is no chance at all that you're going to be able to fully invest yourself in the community to make the entire community better.
A switch point is the mechanism on a train track that with just a little bit of a movement sends you in a completely different direction. Our model at Switchpoint is to be that change where they become the switch point in their own lives. And we do that by providing education, advocacy, classes, resources that teach the client how to be empowered on their own. And we become their best cheerleader. That's how we are the Switchpoint.
Switchpoint Community Resource Center has focused on solving homelessness, and we did that by starting a homeless shelter. And then we knew that was not going to solve homelessness, so we added on to our family of services lots of things. So we added on a food pantry and case management, and then we thought we need to put these people to work. So we thought, let's do micro enterprises, businesses. So we added on thrift stores. And we added on doggy daycare and a small engine repair. And then we thought, there's still a gap. Let's talk about recovery. So we opened in 2020 a drug treatment center for men up in Hilldale, Utah. And it has capacity for 42 men in that facility.
I see that the approach at Switchpoint works. The vision they have works, undoubtedly. And I know that the money that we donate will be used appropriately and properly in the best interests for the neediest people in our community.
You have an organization that not only welcomes but thrives on volunteerism from our community. That's the kind of synergy that I want in my partners when we're trying to help improve our community.
The energy of the staff and the entire organization, it's in constant motion, constant growth, constant thinking of what else can we do for clients and what else can we do to serve the community, to keep people safe.
And then we thought, well, we probably should work on housing. So we did an affordable housing project, and we just finished that in November of 2020 with 55 units of 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms that provide affordable living, safe, great, beautiful space.
What are one of the huge obstacles that we face is having a place that people can afford. So accessible to them, accessible housing.
So our stepping stones, we break ground here in the next month or so on a 24/7 child care center that really focuses on the working family that works non-traditional hours, because there's nothing available. So something that will allow them to work swing shifts, grave shifts, weekends, that kind of thing, and gives them somewhere safe and affordable for their children to be.
The first step is always the hardest, and a lot of people feel that if they take that step, they're going to fall. But they need to recognize that in the community there are safety nets for them, and Switchpoint is one of them. We are here to help individuals get the courage, have the support, and really help put their life back together. But they have to take that first step.
It's not a scary call to make. It may seem scary, but the people that are welcoming you into our resource center are very loving and kind and compassionate, and will meet you where you are.
Who are the people that we serve? What happened to them? Why are they homeless? This population feels the sting of a society that doesn't want them. Many cities have criminalized homelessness, leaving those most vulnerable feeling like they don't matter. Switchpoint Community Resource Center and its subsidiaries are expanding to meet their needs far beyond shelter and food. I'd like to introduce you to our clients now. Following, we will hear from our CEO, Carol Hollowell, a woman who is vigilant in advocating for, finding solutions for, removing barriers for the people that we serve.
so much for joining us tonight. As you can see, a lot of these individuals have labels. We don't want to label them. We want to give these faces, these beautiful faces, we want to put their stories to them. Each one of these faces is unique and has their story. Each one is so telling, and we've got to listen and we must hear. But before we can help, we got to hear them. Jan, she's 75. Elizabeth is barely 18. Joe, he's a veteran. Tyler, he's a single dad. Some have suffered trauma, some divorce, some a significant catastrophic loss of family. Some have suffered PTSD, others addiction. Many suffer from depression. Ray, he suffered from a traumatic brain injury when he fell on a construction job site, leaving him disabled. He lost his wallet, and without ID, he was trapped in 5 years of homelessness. Arrested 63 times the previous year, he was unable to overcome the obstacles facing him. Yet in 7.5 hours, we had his ID restored and got him into senior housing. Ray was my Switchpoint, leading me to develop a resource center to truly serve the needs of our homeless friends. Switchpoint began as a homeless shelter in 2014. As we met these amazing people, we heard their stories and added the services that could then help them and help others. In the 7 years since, we have grown to 3 counties, covering homeless services, domestic violence, substance use treatment, affordable childcare, affordable and attainable housing, emergency food pantries, and case management. We started multiple businesses to help support employment and create income to support our operations and to give job opportunities. Let me tell you about Jan. She was dropped off at Switchpoint after having a falling out with her daughter, and she was living in her casita. Jan would tell you that she was very judgmental about the people at Switchpoint and felt she didn't belong there. Yet it didn't take long until she realized she was just like them. She has a strong spirit and is now happily settled into her own apartment. We met Devaney 7 years ago. She was in the depths of despair in her schizophrenia. She had lost her family, her job, and didn't know how to cope. Fast forward to today. She is thriving as a staff member at Switchpoint. She lives at Riverwalk and has rebuilt her relationship with her kids. It has not been easy, but she has a quality of life that she didn't think was possible. Jessica has escaped domestic violence. She ran away with an expired ID, no bank account, and only $13 of cash. She called Pathways, our domestic violence shelter in Tooele, and they made room for her and her children. Without them, I would have stayed and most likely would be dead, she told me. Now, with Tooele Community Resource Center's help, she's got her CDL license, works for UDOT, and has a great apartment. She is happier than she ever imagined she could be. In fact, she said she is so freaking happy. I love her. The aim of Switchpoint is to meet these people where they are. Find out what is keeping them stuck. What are the obstacles that they face? And then set out to provide the solutions to help them regain independence, a life with dignity and safety. Access to affordable housing is a huge barrier, and that's why we built Riverwalk Village. We finished this in November of 2020, and it provides a mix of tenants from 30% AMI, which is area median income, to market rate. Incredible 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom project, and it was an amazing partnership with the City of St. George, tax credits, and private donations. If we are going to solve homelessness, we must create deeply affordable housing for specific populations, like focusing on veterans, those in recovery, those with criminal records. We are partnering now with St. George City and private donors to purchase Studio 6 Hotel in St. George to provide 52 units of supportive housing. Last winter, we operated Airport Inn in Salt Lake City as a winter overflow shelter, and we realized we have got to turn this baby into senior and veteran housing. These wonderful, kind people want and deserve a place to live that they can afford and can call home. Knowing the immense need for childcare, affordable 24/7 care for working families, Stepping Stones was born, and baby, these walls are going up. Responding to their call for help, we expanded to Tooele in 2020. What an amazing community. We operate a pantry, a domestic violence shelter, an emergency shelter, and a thrift store, and a resource center.
And man, are we excited to announce that through a grant from the Community Foundation of Utah, Rise Gardens is coming soon. Rise Garden is a state-of-the-art farm that utilizes aeroponic technology. We will grow pesticide-free plants using up to 98% less water, growing up to 3 times faster than traditional methods, and we're going to host up to 165 towers and produce approximately 100,000 leafy greens annually. This will provide much-needed, nutrient-dense produce for our clients and will generate income for the shelter. In addition, gardening is a great stress relief and is going to help us with our job shadowing program. It's important for you to understand that case management is the magic. It is the key to changing lives. Switchpoint case managers walk alongside all these faces, locking arms, providing guidance. Switchpoint only accomplishes success in overcoming barriers for clients when we have case management. They are ending homelessness one person at a time. I have been forever changed by these faces of Switchpoint. Each one has touched my heart. Switchpoint provides a home for so many people in so many different ways. If we have learned anything over these first 7 years, it is this: we must do better. We are in need of all these people, like Ray, like Jessica, like Devaney, like Jan and Justin, because we've got to continue to listen and we will continue to help, but we need your help. You may know by now that I'm a Parrot Head, which means I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan, and he wrote a song, and it's called I Have Found Me a Home. Yes, I have found me a home. I have found me some peace, and you can have everything, the rest of everything I own, because I have found me a home. And Switchpoint wants to find all of these beautiful faces a home, a place where they can find peace. I'd like to introduce you now to the Gunn family. Their story is both heart-wrenching and inspiring.
I was an EMT, and I came home one day to find my fiance dead. No one was in there with me when I found her. Nobody knows what I saw, and nobody would understand if I told them. Ever since that day, I was lost. I would build up somewhat of a life, you know, but then over the years, the monster seemed to get bigger claws and sharper teeth, and I would lose everything again. My life was out of control.
When Dustin came along, I did have 3 kids. I had a full-time job. You know, I was trying to be that provider and protector. This last time with Dustin going to jail, I put my kids through hell. That was a wake-up call.
I wasn't constant, I wasn't a consistent person in their life. It turns my stomach. I stole to support a habit. I'm not a bad person. I just made a lot of bad decisions. I had gotten arrested, and my wife wasn't able to maintain the bills. And so when I got out of jail, we went down to the shelter in Salt Lake. It was violent, drugs everywhere, all kinds of crazy stuff, and I have to explain to my kids. It's chaos.
I didn't know how to survive through that. I was terrified.
It was very, very scary. What made it not scary was being with my family.
Even though we've gone through everything we've been through, Dustin's my rock. And, you know, we couldn't lose each other again. I told him, I said, you've got to make changes. And that's what we did.
Well, we were staying with my parents. They're senior citizens on a fixed income. And it was a temporary thing, you know. It was very tight quarters, and we were still trying to get places out here, and it was just ridiculous.
We were making money, but it wasn't still enough to be able to support a house payment, you know?
And so we contacted Switchpoint. They got us in the very same day.
I was terrified. I'm like, are we gonna go through the same thing all over again? You know, and it wasn't. It was something completely different.
They knew your name. You know, I walk in there at night and they'd be like, hey, how's it going? And that means a lot because they see a lot of people.
I felt like Switchpoint was a very safe place for me and the kids. They did everything they could to make them feel like they were gonna be okay. And that it's okay that we were at Switchpoint, you know, it's okay that our family's going through a hard time right now and they don't need anything to be ashamed of. No one expects to hit rock bottom. Having that resource, knowing that there is someone in the community to help you through that is everything.
I left Switchpoint not feeling ashamed of the situation we were in. They told us the direction we needed to go in. They gave us the means and the tools to do that. And there was rules we needed to follow. But they didn't do it for us. We had to do it for ourselves. They allowed us to earn that.
Yourself for that week, and you stick to that budget. So you put so much, say it's going to.
Our case manager thought that we'd have been a good candidate for a housing grant. They put us in this place that we're in right now. They gave us a goal. This is how much the rent's gonna be, okay? This is what I want to work towards. And that helped us kind of like baby step into it.
I have my own space.
If I just got a place and said, okay, here, this is your rent, I'd have been like, whoa, dude, we can't do this.
My brother and dad helped me with them.
They spent a year of their time to feed us into the reality that we can do this. Switchpoint wrote a letter to the property management company and we were accepted 24 hours later. Now we have a place of our own and I think it's amazing. We have a life. We needed to do it for ourselves, but we wouldn't have done it by ourselves.
I am in awe and inspired by Jessica and Dustin Gunn. They are the epitome of courage, tenacity, and resilience. The last thing Dustin says, we needed to do it for ourselves, but we couldn't do it by ourselves. Their success was the result of their own hard work with the support and guidance of a case manager who listened, who saw them as a person beyond their circumstance, who believed in them, encouraged them, and walked beside them every step of the way. Hope is both the earliest and most indispensable virtue inherent in the state of being alive. If life is to be sustained, hope must remain, even where confidence is wounded, trust impaired. When our homeless friends come through our doors, most often their confidence is deeply wounded. They have lost hope and trust. Like me, you may have felt hopeless in knowing how you can help make a dent in the suffering that is happening in our own community. It is my honor and privilege to share with you now specific ways you can be the switch point, how you can help restore hope, confidence, and trust. Many people have the misconception that Switchpoint is funded solely by state and federal dollars. It's not the case. Last year, only 24% of our funding came from that source, 17% from family and corporate grants, 30% from our own enterprises, the thrift stores and doggy daycare and grooming, 29% from private donors like you. The demand on our services continues to increase, and yet government funding is not keeping up. We cannot do this vital work without your help, and there are many ways that you can help. Get involved, volunteer, patronize our businesses, donate your IRA, RMD, advocate and use your voice on our behalf. Add us to your will or trust. Donate at givecrc.org. Enroll in monthly giving. And finally, consider sponsoring a shelter resident. Will you sponsor a Kat and a Laura, a Ray, a Jessica, a family like the Guns? What would that look like? Let me break it down for you. Our goal today is to raise sustaining monthly, quarterly, or annually pledged gifts equaling $300,000. That is our gap that needs to be met in order to keep supportive programming and vital case management in place. And for your information, case management is not funded via government sources. I believe and trust there are enough people around us that want to help, and they will if they know how and what is needed. Let me show you how we can accomplish this. First, I get to share with you that Bill and Ray Cox have generously offered to match your donation dollar for dollar today, up to $50,000. Your donation will be doubled. If you have been inspired today, I'm inviting you to take action to become a member of our MultiYear Giving Empowerment Society. Please grab a pen and paper so you can take some notes and write down important phone numbers for you to have a direct line to us. I'd like to take this time to thank many of you who have previously joined and are currently making multi-year pledges. These pledges sustain us, allowing us to offer the life-changing support we give on a daily basis. So stay with me for 5 minutes as I walk you through exactly how to join. Then you will be highly rewarded with our closing number, a powerful performance by Kat, a former resident and domestic violence survivor. Now, our top tier giving level in our Empowerment Society is a pledge of $5,000 a year for 5 years, which equals just over $400 a month. Perhaps you're a part of a company or a family foundation, or you are in a position yourself to help at this level, which will have far-reaching impact in providing stable housing to those like the Gunn family. The second level is a pledge of $2,000 per year for 5 years, which breaks down to $166 a month, or think of it as a latte or a swig a day. Your gift could help feed a mother and child like Allie and Elizabeth every day in shelter. The third opportunity for you to join is a pledge of $1,000 a year for 5 years, less than $85 a month. That breaks down to less than $3 a cup of joe a day. You could be sponsoring a daily meal for Isabella at our soup kitchen or in shelter. Now, you have the freedom to choose and customize what gift is most comfortable for you and how many years you feel to commit. And finally, you make an impact for single moms like Kathleen with a one-time gift. So please know that any gift amount is valuable to us and gratefully appreciated. That includes the gift of your time in joining us here today. I recognize that there are many of you that have previously donated, and we are very grateful. You have helped us get to where we are today, which is quite remarkable, right? If you are currently on a pledge, you might consider boosting the amount of that pledge or extending the time frame, or adding a one-time gift today to take advantage of that generous match by Bill and Ray. Perhaps you may want to consider a gift of stock or something else, or you have some ideas for us. Please reach out. We want to hear from you. Let's dive in and I'll show you exactly how to take action to be the Switchpoint. Go to givecrc.org. It will look like this. You will select the amount you feel good about and the frequency. To change the frequency, click in the month box and it will bring down the options. Choose which one you like, monthly, quarterly, annually. If you want to make a one-time gift, simply unclick the box that says make this donation every. Continue to put in your info. As you scroll down, you can leave us a comment. You can specify if there is a particular program you'd like to support. You also have the option to make a tribute gift in honor of someone. If you don't feel comfortable going online to set up your pledge or one-time gift, call us. Write down these phone numbers. Sonia is our finance manager. Her direct line is 435-562-5572. Or call me, Linda, my cell phone, 435-674-0994. We can take your donation over the phone, or you may mail a check payable to Friends of Switchpoint to 249 East Tabernacle Suite 200 in St. George, 84770. Now realize that your pledge or monthly donation can be canceled at any time with just a simple phone call. My hope is you leave here feeling uplifted and inspired and empowered, clearly seeing where you fit in. Please partner with us to help fulfill our mission and vision. And now it is my honor to bring Catherine to sing our closing number. Following Kat, Carol will be up here and we will answer any questions. If you have questions, put them in the comment section.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am helped when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
That was beautiful, Kat. Thank you for singing. Wow. Yeah, gorgeous.
Such a beautiful voice and such a beautiful representation of
and man,
all that we are at Switchpoint.
She has really jumped into the community and really represented well. Anyways, some great comments. Thank you, Kathleen. for being such a great supporter. And by the way, Kathleen did go to a Jimmy Buffett concert with me, just in case anyone wanted to know that. But thank you, Ray Cox. Thank you for your comment, and thank you for your support. I really appreciate it, more than you know. Let's see. It says, how many clients does Switchpoint have? It says, oops, it went back too fast. I couldn't read it.
How many clients does Switchpoint family of services help daily?
Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
We right now, the Switchpoint family is about 2,500 people daily between all of the services. So
Yeah.
it's a lot. And then another question was, what percentage of each dollar donated goes to program versus administration and fundraising? So we're about 8% of our dollars goes to our administration, and the rest of our dollars goes to our programming. So good
Thanks
question.
for asking, John.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a couple. Let's see if there's any other questions. We're having our techie guy over here, Steve, scroll through. Lots of great comments, though, so I appreciate it. Lots of people joining from all around. Let's see here.
And just to let you know, I will share a replay of this. You'll get it tomorrow. So if you do have people that weren't able to join us live, you can send it out and invite them to watch. And remember, you're going to go to www.givecrc.org to donate, or call Sonia.
Yeah.
Call me.
So somebody asked me a question. Could you clarify? It said, how much is left to be raised for the hotel purchase? So I'll answer that in two answers. I have $3 million left to be raised for Airport Inn in Salt Lake City. So that's a big nut. So I need $3 more million for that one. That's just a little one. And then we're looking for about $1.5 million left on the Studio 6 in St. George. So those are the two hotels left to knock them down. So big ones.
Yes.
And one more question that's popped up is, do you have clients who need part-time work? We do. So we would love it. We have case managers that post at all of our shelters that if you have any kind of employment, we'd like to put them on our employment board. So please let us know if you have any kind of opportunities, and we send clients your way.
And I want a shout out to Joe at Carpets Plus. Man, he has been the best supporter and mentoring our clients. He gives them jobs and he
trains them.
Yeah. And man, he creates very successful outcomes with our clients. So thanks to Joe at Carpets Plus, and there's others in town too. But there was something else to do the hotel purchase. Oh, I want to let you know that, again, as far as the match is concerned, I think I have Ray and Bill's permission to extend that this week, but I'm hoping by tomorrow, in the next 24 hours, we've met that match. I'll tell you, coming into tonight, we're over 21,000 that came in from this morning. And so we have a ways to go, but we could get there, right? Easy schmeezy. So help us get that match.
Mm-hmm. Hi, it's Devaney. My parents' son and I just watched this, and I am so proud to be a part of this. It was amazing. Thank you. Well, Devaney, you have made my day every day that I've seen you. So I thank you for making that comment. And if people could see you in action, I'm so proud of you. So thank you for making that comment.
Yes. Can the match include pledged donations? Absolutely. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking that, Dana. Okay. Doug says he's going to keep us posted. Thank you all so much for being here. We, like I said, we can't do it without you.
Yeah.
Again, a small portion comes from federal and state dollars, and that continually gets cut. So we can't rely on that. And that's why we find innovative ways through our businesses and innovative ways to reach you when we can't get together and ask for your help. And thank you for rising up and being there for us.
And thanks for letting us use the Stay Studio
Stay
one more
Studio.
time.
Got to thank our producer Steve Stay
exactly.
over here. Oh
Yeah.
gosh,
All right.
he's the best voluntold there ever was.
Yeah, between him and Bob.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for
Thanks
joining us
so
tonight.
much.
Have a great evening. See ya.